We're learning all kinds of new stuff today. This is awesome. Generic intro in the Duck Goes movie here. Back with a video, but it's a different kind of video. As some of you know, I am playing Halo for the very first time over on Twitch on Saturdays, and I've been uploading the YouTube videos to YouTube on the Tuesday after that. So what just happened here, I've just watched this video, and because I was looking for the Halo CE terminals, as you can tell from the top left, I found this one and was like, okay, this one is more recent, it has more views, so I imagine this is going to be a better compilation of all the terminals. Turns out it's Halo 2 Anniversary, and I completely overlooked that. So I've already watched this video. It's really informative, but it takes me a good amount of time before I realize that this is the Halo 2 terminals instead of the Halo CE terminals. So if you see anything like that, or you see somebody in the comments being like, what are you talking about? That is Halo 2. Why are you talking about Halo CE? Feel free to let them know that they should have watched the intro and that they skipped the intro. But it's really pretty, really good. Gives a lot of backstory and explains a lot of things and how the Covenant came together. So that's really, really cool. But I literally, it's the same recording. I just ended it, and then I'm doing this, and I'm going to put it in front and then splice together. So, yeah, I can't believe that happened. Like, it's been a long day, okay? I just got a copyright strike on the channel. A video just got deleted. I just streamed for 2 hours and recorded 3 videos before that. And it's been a long day, okay? It's been a long day. So please forgive me. I think there are some spoilers about Reach or whatever, but it was definitely enjoyable. I'm glad I watched it. Lots of new information that explains a lot of stuff that happens in Halo 2 and the whole Halo universe. So, I mean, it's great. So, let me just thank the patrons down below. They let me do this each and every day. They don't get early access to my my Halo streams. They'll get early access to these videos, the terminal videos. It's literally $3 a month, and then allows me to do this each and every day, and allows me to not have a paywall on the channel. So thank you to the patrons down below. If you enjoyed this and you don't want to miss any of my future Halo content, you can subscribe if you enjoy it. And what else is there? Yeah, I do daily reaction videos, in case you're wondering, in case you're new here. I'm Kyle or Duck. I also have a Discord server. That's where you can get a hold of me the best. And yeah, so I guess it's just about time to jump right on into Halo 2 Anniversary All Terminals cutscene. Alright, if you skip the intro, talked about some things. Spartan 117.
Pursuant to Office of ONI Retrieval and Acquisitions Inquiry of 26 September 2552. The following is a target profile of Thel Vadami, Supreme Commander of the Covenant Fleet of Particular Justice, compiled by Lieutenant Commander Locke. First confirmed contact with Vadami came in 2535 on an unofficial human colony known as the Rubble. After-action reports from civilians, as well as Spartan Units 006, 111, and 120, suggest that Vadami was at that point a relatively minor functionary of the Prophet of Regret.
Oh, so he was under Regret?
006 engaged Vadami in combat on the Rubble. Both parties survived the encounter.
Master Chief got that
Shortly
close.
after 2535, the UNSC first encountered the newly formed Covenant Fleet of Particular Justice, now led by Vadami.
That's an awesome name. Particular Justice? What a name of a fleet. Those ships look so cool.
Review of early engagements with this fleet show that it quickly grew in size from 5 to nearly 60 ships, as Vadami cut a path through many human systems.
Oh.
ONI
So the Arbiter was really good, huh?
Multiple attempts to anticipate or even track Vadami's movements, at the cost of a number of operatives' lives. Vadami eluded all such efforts, and he continued his unpredictable and devastating campaign.
It was unpredictable, so they couldn't stop him.
Vadami also
Good
stands
lord,
out
that
from
laser.
other Covenant commanders in the frequency in which he takes a personal role in ground assaults.
Okay. And I'm pretty sure that is the Arbiter that I've been playing as in Halo 2. Particular Justice.
Camber was a major manufacturing center for UNSC fleet materials with a population of 5.6 million.
Million
After
or billion?
discovering Camber's location, Vadami penetrated the early warning perimeter without alerting UNSC forces and began his ground and orbital attacks before most of the planet knew they were in danger. While 17 of his ships bombed key defensive positions, Vladimir led a group of elites in a personal assault on UNSC System HQ.
Oh.
One of the first units to engage
God, he was a real
3rd
nuisance.
Battalion Reserves, who were so unprepared for the arrival of the Covenant forces that Vladimir found them unarmed and defenseless.
Oh. That's kind of not how the military should work.
In an unexpected display of what appears to be honor, Vladimir allowed the 3rd to finish gearing up before engaging them in combat.
Oh, that's cool.
While we've had multiple reports of a strict system of honor and ritual behavior followed by the elites within the Covenant, this is
that
the
can't feel
first
good.
recorded example of such honor being shown to human opponents. But even given the chance to defend themselves, 3rd Battalion losses were complete.
Okay, then.
Vladimir continued his campaign across many human systems, culminating in his most devastating blow against the UNSC at Reach.
Okay, I don't know what that was about at the end there. Spartan 117. I guess the terminals are all for
Vladimir's
Master
most
Chief
recent
in
and
this?
damaging blow to the UNSC was the fall of Reach. Oni has still not been able to fully determine how Vladimir located the planet, and once again, he caught us completely by surprise
hidden
when his
planet?
forces arrived in orbit and on the ground. Vladimir is responsible for over 1 billion total casualties and the loss of at least 7 human planets.
7 planets?
His forces have defeated all UNSC counterattacks at the cost of 123 fleet vessels and over 23,000 personnel.
Are these planets? Names of planets? Who names a planet bounty?
And now
that's
Reach lost. Oni and UNSC strategic AI report a 0% confidence that the Navy
that's
can
Reach.
stop
Hi, Reach.
Vladimir through traditional means. In the opinion of this investigator, Vladimir is the most dangerous Covenant military asset on the field. It's common knowledge that the Covenant have a significant technological advantage over the UNSC, but are sometimes inflexible in their tactics. This is not the case for Vladimir. We cannot predict what he'll do next, but given time, we fear he will dismantle all remaining UNSC strongholds.
So he's like the best.
Immediate termination. If humanity wants to survive this war, we cannot do it with Vladimir on the field.
Okay. And he becomes the Arbiter. I did not realize he was that big of a deal. He was a really big deal. That's a Halo. And that's the end of Halo CE. When that exploded. Meh. The 343 guilty spark.
Quite unacceptable.
I don't know what happened to the video quality right there. How are these oracles? Aren't they like super old? Like how do they survive? Oh, that's where the
glorious day. The
prophets do we have to cut down?
That we have rescued an oracle from the humans' violation of
oh, that's why he had the uprising.
Keep calling it a temple. My installation was a weapon, and one which we needed very, very badly.
And that's why they wanted him dead.
But Oracle, I do not understand. We were told the rings are salvation, a gateway to paradise.
Told? By whom? Anyone who told you that is a fool, or quite mad. That installation was a beautiful tool, designed to destroy everything the Flood might feed on.
Everything?
Everything.
Oh, quite everything. And if even one Flood spore survived the destruction of my ring...
Communications. Shut down all lines to the fleet. We will not notify the prophets of our discovery until I hear everything this oracle has to say.
I will gladly share what I am permitted, but we have little time. What has been unleashed here could destroy everything you have ever known.
On that, Oracle,
that's casual.
We are in agreement.
And then that's when we cut that thing down, and then we're free-falling for a long time. Okay, I guess I was into that. That explains why there was the uprising. And I had to go kill that guy.
Your actions do not make sense. Proper protocol for a flood outbreak is to establish immediate infection reporting. Communications must be maintained with all local forces in order to track any spread of the parasite.
There are no local forces, Oracle. For now, all you have is me.
Oh. That's not enough.
But
Explains
I
why
tracked multiple ships in
got
orbit, including some remaining human presence. In light of the danger posed by the flood, surely you can set aside this disagreement with the humans and...
No. Anything still alive in orbit is our enemy. The humans have very good cause to kill us on sight, and the knowledge you've shared with me casts doubt on the entire purpose of our covenant. If
that
any
explains
of
why
our
he
ships
didn't say
remain
anything.
above us, they are not the help you seek.
But why would they not provide assistance? Because of this talk of prophecies and journeys?
Correct. Kind
I
of
learned
disassembled
a
their
small
entire
amount about
religion.
Your covenant before that reclaimer blew up my installation, but my understanding is incomplete. The AI I encountered on board one of your ships was less than forthcoming.
What you need to know, Oracle, is that thousands of years ago, at the founding of our great covenant, a bargain was struck between the prophets and the elites. A bargain which I fear will be the end of us.
Huh. Wonder what that bargain was. Hey, there's the, is that the Ark? That just took off in Halo 2? That's going to Earth?
Regarding the history of the Covenant and its glorious founding species, the San Shayum and Sanghili, the record of punished deeds would not be sufficient without a word on the Arbiter. Not the consignment of shame that it is currently, but what came before. The legendary warriors of Sanghili past.
Sanghili? This is... yeah. Okay. Oh, was that an original Arbiter?
Long before the Covenant, the Sanghili ruled their world with pride and vigilance, surviving the perils of both land and sea.
Sanghili? Is that what the elites are? Is that their species name?
These were the arbiters of old. Part king, part judge. Warrior rulers, unlike any of which would follow.
They kind of look
when we arrived
humanish.
On their frontier world of Ulgathon, the cost of life was severe. Led by a mighty arbiter, the Sanghili resisted our entreatment with ruthless force, leading to decades of war.
Oh. And those are the prophets, whatever species they are.
We would eventually triumph, of course. And when we did, we would not ignore the mantle of the Arbiter. Like all things, we would bend the Sanghili to our own ends. The Arbiters would become the very will of the Prophets.
So they're like the elite. But they made it a pretty much a shameful rule. Okay, we're learning all kinds of new stuff today. This is awesome.
For generations, our holy arrangement put the prophets in charge of religion and technology. The elites led our military forces to convert new species and find relics such as your Halo.
Why? Do they want to see the world burn or something? Is that a gun? That looks like a very big gun.
And these relics you sought, the San Shayum, your prophets, told you that they would lead you on this great journey?
Oh, the San Shayun are the prophets.
Transcendence, eternal life. Their promises were endless. We gave up our old ways to follow the prophet's lead on the great journey. Gave up all of our history, all of our traditions.
Not all of your traditions, it seems. This Arbiter you mentioned, hasn't that always been a position of power for your species?
Power? It was long ago.
But now it's not anymore.
An Arbiter was once the pinnacle of our people, leader of the clans, and master of the battlefield.
So kind of like
then,
Black Panther,
Arbiter
almost.
committed heresy.
Same kind of
Example
deal.
was made of him.
Heresy?
He challenged the word of the prophets. Challenged and lost.
Oh! That explains why it's a position of shame.
So the title of Arbiter became a badge of shame for our most spectacularly failed warriors.
That's...
Yes. They were accomplished manipulators. Back before the
Yeah,
firing
definitely.
of the ray. I see at least that hasn't changed.
Manipulators? What? And before? Before when?
I will explain later. Right now, I want you to
Later?
tell me everything you can of these
This is terminal number
arbiters.
7, apparently. Okay. This is great. Okay. So, basically, the Arbiter tried to stand up.
Our holy city
Realized what was going on,
not
kind of.
always as it is. Nor was the Covenant.
Well, that's really pretty. Was.
At one time, it was only San Shayum and Sanghili. But as we
Sanghili
grew,
and Shan Shayun.
and new species were added to our number, radical steps had to be taken.
Please tell me they talk about the Grunt Rebellion. I want to hear about that.
Our first encounter with the Let Golo was an effort in futility.
Let go. What's a let go, though?
The blasphemous creatures had devoured a Forerunner orbital, shattering its remains into 1 trillion pieces.
Oh!
What was left became the Rings of Tay.
Rings of Tag. Okay.
As no conventional methods could purge the rings of their infestation, we sent one of our most faithful, an Arbiter. For a full year, this Arbiter ventured across the surface of one of their moons, learning both their strengths and
Let me just
their
jump down a
weaknesses.
bottomless pit.
It was
That
there
hurt the knees.
that we discovered the Let Golo's secret.
Oh, those are hunters, because they're worms. That's a lot of hunters.
Although some of their kind rightly bore the blame for the orbital's desecration, others had only devoured around the Forerunner materials.
Oh, that's cool.
And with reasoning and much labor, these could be used to serve the Covenant. And by these means, the Great Arbiter had given us one of our most
So the elites are
sought-after
first, and then the
treasures,
hunters.
access to innumerable processing pathways of the mighty Forerunner Dreadnought, and to the many secrets it held.
Okay. On to the next one. So, is this going to be grunts, or is this going to be jackals, or is it going to be the bugs? I hate the bugs. I hate the bugs so much.
It is most unusual that in all the exploits of these arbiters, you never mention their role in choosing their missions of redemption.
There is no role, Oracle. Once one of our commanders becomes an Arbiter, he belongs to the Hierarchs.
Oh.
These hierarchs, they are the same high prophets who control all the holy relics you collect
Correct.
from my time.
The same.
My
And they
time.
use these relics to build your new weapons and bring you the word of your gods?
It has always been so.
Interesting. Am
Sounds
I a
awfully
holy
convenient.
relic?
I do not understand.
Because I am certainly not a god.
Are you sure?
I am a tool, as is this mining platform you stand upon, as was the installation that once orbited the planet. The
What do they
Forerunner's
get out of
technology
this?
is lasting and indeed quite powerful, but I'm quite certain they would have told me if I was infused with some kind of divine power. I suspect
Did we ever
some
get
of
to
your
meet the
prophets
Forerunners?
may have been quite aware of how much divine inspiration tools such as myself could provide. And you never questioned these proclamations. Even your mightiest warriors, these arbiters, never questioned?
Questioning was what brought shame to the word Arbiter long ago, Oracle.
Ah.
How disappointing.
I fear now that there are many questions we should have been asking for a long, long time.
But everybody was too afraid
I
to.
would be more than happy to answer any such questions. But I have a few more for you. Continue your tale of these arbiters.
Okay, well now we're gonna have Terminal 10, which is probably gonna show us more about the recruitment of all the species to make to form the Covenant. And this is also supposed to be the last
Whereas
one.
most species
Minus
were grafted
11.
into the Covenant by faith or mutual beneficence, the Ungoi were not such.
Ungoi? That's what
Their
grunts are
kind was
called?
brought into the fold by force, and it was
Oh.
by force that they were held captive. Their world had no prayer against our might and majesty,
So they were just kind of like...
and their peoples were quickly laid
weak.
low, many of them brought into subjugation.
recruit or die?
Yet while some species would perish under such pressure, others rise to the occasion, taking arms if need
Hey, look,
be,
jackals.
fighting back.
Wait, they didn't show how they got jackals.
Such it was for the Ungoi when their feud with the Kigyar led to rebellion.
Kigyar?
An
Ah!
effort by the
Grow rebellion.
Kigyar to sterilize the Ungoi population was met with stiff resistance. And for a time, the holy city was thrown into chaos. Once fully provoked, the Ungoi were merciless
That was a
in
shield
their
rod
violence,
cannon.
lashing out at all species. Their large numbers and their tenacious volatility made them a suitable challenge, even for the elites.
Oh.
And yet
So
again,
grunts aren't
we
as big as
turned
pushovers.
to an arbiter. And with a ferocity unparalleled since the beginning of the Covenant, the Ungoi world would be reduced to glass. Those within the holy city would be forced to watch, unable to stop what could have been the very end of their kind.
Oh.
The Ungoi rebellion was brought to an end by the Arbiter's hand.
How? That's a very ugly tear.
Their world was not completely lost, and those who survived within high charity found some measure of mercy.
Oh, high charity.
They had proven
okay.
their worth in combat, and would now serve alongside the Sanghili in battle.
Oh, wow. Whoa, this final one must be really long. Okay. This is going to be like 11, right? Huh.
I'm starting to fear that you're not very smart.
Mind your tongue, Oracle.
Sounds like YouTube comments.
I mean no offense. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about your species. How long have these prophets
How's
been
it any
anointing
better?
arbiters?
Since the fall of Falchavami, the first disgraced arbiter, roughly 400 years ago.
Incredible. And in all this time, it never occurred to you how convenient it was that your prophets were able to find a powerful, capable leader among your people, who happened to suddenly commit a terrible blasphemy every time
Exactly.
the power
They could just be
structure
like,
of your
"Oh."
covenant was threatened.
I do not understand.
They're scapegoats.
You do little to dissuade my fears.
Then teach me.
Looking back at the record of the arbiters you've discussed, was it not surprising to anyone that those chosen to become arbiter were more than simple warriors?
How so?
Each of them had significant political influence among your people. In some cases, that influence was already
That's
being
dual-wielding
used to
swords.
question the decisions of your hierarchs. In fact,
The only
that very
competition is for the
questioning
prophets.
often gave rise to the charges of heresy that so neatly removed the challenger from the hierarch's concern.
Exactly.
Once
And they
were
sent them on
branded
suicide
arbiter,
missions.
They promptly and quite cheerfully ran to meet their deaths.
Huh.
All our lives,
This is
we look
manipulation
down
on another
the
level.
path, put our feet where the prophets tell us. All our lives spent convincing ourselves of the truth of our covenant. Could all of it truly have been wasted?
Let's hope not all of it, for we have a great deal of work to do. The flood is still out there, so I require a cooperative reclaimer to enact proper containment procedures. But your covenants keep trying to kill all the reclaimers I can find. All this bickering is quite a deadly waste of time.
Exactly.
Right now, the most important question we can ask is this. Who could break this hold the prophets have over you?
Probably the Arbiter. Wait, is there... Oh, no, there's a flood there. Wait, I thought that was it. Hold up, what? Halo 2 anniversary. Wait a minute. Why is this Halo 2 anniversary?
The history of the Arbiter.
I've been watching the wrong one. Okay. I guess we're watching Halo 2 anniversary. I am a complete and utter idiot. I was wondering why this was like spoilers for Halo 2 is making so much sense. Well, I guess I am doing Halo 2 anniversary terminals. Wow, that's a big goof on my part.
The history of the Arbiter is one of both legend and infamy. Their name has been corrupted by great shame, though the contemporary is perhaps the most confounding of all. Thel 'Vadamee was born of noble blood, the legendary House of Vada. His family's renown demanded great expectations for his military career, and he would meet them all.
Huh. So what's it look like without armor?
One of the youngest to achieve the status of Shipmaster, and one of the youngest to gain the rate of Supreme Commander. In our campaign against the humans, few have risen to renown as 'Vadamee. World after human world, all laid low for the sake of the great journey.
They love this great journey, don't they?
Shame unto shame. He failed his greatest charge, and the sacred ring was desecrated. By such disgrace, Thel 'Vadamee became the Arbiter. As a mere scribe, I do not challenge the word of the hierarchs, but I would be remiss not to voice concern. This Sangheili should have been put down, publicly slain as an example to all of our prayerful
I don't know why my TV does this. Okay.
The second ring and the changing of the guard. All things are in jeopardy. Will this Arbiter remain loyal? Or will he stand with his people as they are abolished by our newfound might? I would never openly challenge the divine proclamations of a hierarch. But this Arbiter is a risk I would not have tolerated. And I now fear the days of the Covenant are numbered.
Yeah, he's in trouble. I can't believe I've been watching Halo 2 Anniversary and had no idea. I thought this was Halo CE. I was like, this looks really good. That's my fault. I apologize. So I watched the Halo 2 Anniversary terminals before the Halo CE ones.
The only one I would trust with this information is probably dead right now. He was commander of the fleet that brought me to the system. Thel 'Vadamee was his name.
Oh, he's still alive.
After hearing you tell of the destruction of the ring, I cannot believe that he still lives. His orders were to secure the ring, to prepare it for the arrival of the hierarchs. 'Vadamee never fails in his duties.
He did that time.
If the ring is no more, then 'Vadamee must be dead.
Duty can indeed be a dangerous virtue. But even if he did live, wouldn't this sense of duty make him quite unlikely to set aside his allegiance to the Prophets?
Perhaps not. And he would never betray our people. No. If we were able to just speak to him, explain everything you have told me. But no.
He does, eventually.
These are futile hopes. If he did live, and if he was returned to the High Prophets, they would most certainly punish him for the destruction of the ring.
Which is why he becomes the Arbiter.
He would be the exact kind of leader the hierarchs would make Arbiter. They would need someone to blame for the loss of the ring. His influence within the fleet grew with every one of his victories over the humans.
And if he did become Arbiter?
Then he would be lost to our cause. Without the knowledge you've shared with me, he would obey the Prophets without question.
Until he learns the truth.
He would even respond to his former name. I don't know what it would take to overcome, but as you say, we don't have time to ask such questions. and Vadami is almost certainly dead.
If all your hopes
You
rest
like
on
to think
him,
so.
then I fear for the future of this galaxy.
As do I, Oracle. As do I. But I will begin our fight. Make others aware of the lies the prophets whisper in our ears. And soon, we will
is that hanging
find
on to?
more who will take up our cause.
I can't believe I didn't realize that this was Halo 2 anniversary terminals. Or that I just overlooked that. Because I typed in Halo CE terminals. I don't know why Halo 2 anniversary terminals would pop up. But that's funny.
Activate the Kindler.
The what? Kindler?
Make haste. We have little time.
Well, that thing's kind of cool.
It has been found, Commander. Very well. Mark the coordinates and proceed with caution.
Who is he?
And to think, it has been under their noses all this time. Humans are foul animals. They lack the intellect and the purity to discern the ways of gods. Prepare the luminary for retrieval. The Hierarch will reward us for our devotion.
Okay.
Well done, Commander. Do you know what you found?
No clue.
A luminary Hierarch. A divine instrument.
It is more than that, Commander. This is the one spoken of in the prophecies. It lights the sacred path.
Oh. I'm sure we'll see more of that in the future.
Stewards, good news, I pray.
It was not easy, Blessed One. The luminary was not forthcoming with the holy words, but our hope proved true.
So I guess these are the people that are in charge of looking at all the artifacts.
The sacred rings. Halo.
And not Halo alone, High Prophet. It also told of this. The final home of the Forerunners, and the creation of the sacred rings. The Ark.
The Ark? I thought the Ark was that ship.
It is glorious. The stories were true. Where did the gods hide such a treasure?
It lies far beyond the borders of our galaxy, accessible only by way of portal. The one portal the luminary spoke of was here. The Forerunners called it Erde Tyrene.
Or
Our
Earth.
calling is
Is it Earth? No,
we
it doesn't
must
look like
go
Earth.
there at once. We will take the ships in our command and go to this world immediately. This Erde Tyrene. Take heed, brothers. Your work signals the culmination of our Covenant's holy quest. Hold fast. The great journey is at hand.
Them in this great journey. Okay, so that was end of them. As you can see, it says Halo 2 Anniversary All Terminal Cutscenes. But I typed in Halo CE Terminals. And for some reason, Halo 2 Anniversary All Terminals cutscene. Somebody said there was going to be spoilers in that. I don't know. Is it talking about Reach? Because Reach is supposed to become before all of that. But now I have to record another 30-minute video. So that's going to be great. Boy. Okay. Explains why all that was going to happen or that was really Halo 2 based, was because it actually is in Halo 2. That makes a lot more sense. Now I probably got to re-record the intro there and then just split it off when I make the video go live. Oh, that is funny almost. Like, that is kind of absurd that just happened. Oh boy. Wow. But that gave a lot of backstory. That explains why the dude on the gas planet, why he was uprising against them, because he actually learned the truth for the Oracle, which the Arbiter learns the same at the end of Halo 2, and now he sees basically the same thing that, or the truth that he did. I forget what his name is. That's weird that they explain how the Covenant joined together, the Grunts and Jackals and Hunters and Leets, how they all kind of came together. Why didn't they do that in Halo CE? Not sure. But now I need to do the Halo CE all 11 terminal videos. There's a lot more to this. I'm gonna have to re-record it, but that's funny that I just completely didn't see that. I mean, that's annoying. I'm sure people are gonna flame me in the comments. Probably should. It's been a long day, okay? It's been a long day. I just streamed for 2 hours and recorded 3 videos beforehand, so it's been a long day. I just completely overlooked it. That's my bad. If there were spoilers, I don't know if that. Were there any spoilers? I know they talked about Reach, but I know Reach is supposed to happen beforehand. And that Reach is, I don't know what Reach is about. It's about like, that's like the end, basically, almost, of the long journey, or the beginning of the great journey, or whatever they want to say. That is ridiculous. That I just completely overlooked that. But I hope you enjoyed it. I don't know when this video will be out, just because I need to do the Halo CE and get that one out, and then this one come out. But I'll probably play in Halo 3 by the time you're watching this. So Saturday, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I'll be streaming Halo 3, and the video will go up on YouTube Tuesday at 5 p.m. So if you want to catch it first stream, link in the description to my Twitch account, so you can follow me there, and that way you'll be notified when I go live. Or you can join my Discord server, because I'll always at everybody in the announcements channel whenever I go live, so you won't miss a thing. And yeah, so thank you all so much for watching. I really hope you've enjoyed, and as always, cue the music.